The court desk is a great tournament management tool to make assigning players to specific courts easy. You can enter scores and assign next matches, knowing your players are getting an automatic text. Let's take a closer look at how to set up the court desk. First, there are a few things to check prior to verifying your events and using the court desk. One of them is to make sure you have texting turned on under Edit Tourney. If you don't have texting turned on, you will have to find another way to communicate to your players that their court is ready. The next thing to check is your event setup. Navigate to an event and click on the Edit pencil. As a side note, if your event is showing that it is locked, that means your events have been verified. You will need to unverify your events in the live console prior to making changes to your events. Scroll down to make sure Print Next Available Matches Automatically is turned on. Next, make sure your automatic text is correct. You can choose where they go when you assign a court. If you choose based on ref assignment, it means players go to the tournament desk for the scorecard, unless you assign a referee as you assign a court. In that case, the ref would pick up the scorecard and meet players at the court. You can also have players go to the court directly, or always have them stop at the tournament desk. Click Save at the top once completed. You can skip this step if you know your events are all set up as desired. Let's quick talk about the Print Spooler. The Print Spooler is an option under Edit Tourney, and then go to Venues. If you have the capability to have each computer hooked up to its own printer, we would recommend skipping the Print Spooler. However, if you only have one printer but need multiple computers, you'll want to use the Print Spooler. The Print Spooler must be installed on a PC-type computer only. If you need the Print Spooler, determine first if you want a confirmation sheet. It's an extra sheet that prints which will confirm your score, or no confirmation sheet. Click Save and navigate back to Venues. Next, click on Print Spooler Info to view the directions and download link. When the download is complete, the software will look like the screen above. Go back to the Venues screen and pay attention to the Print Spooler settings. We will need to import these settings correctly into the Print Spooler to get it to work. Click on Settings in the scorecard printer to configure. Move your windows around so you can see both screens clearly. The tourney code goes in the ID line. The Print Spooler code is the password, and the venue code is the venue. You'll want to leave the batch size to 5. The printing interval is how many seconds the printer looks for new matches. In this case, let's change it to every 15 seconds. Change the source to pickleball brackets and make sure the correct printer is chosen. Once completed, save the settings. When you're ready to start the Print Spooler, click on the play button, and that's it. The system will automatically look for matches to print. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will assume each computer has their own printer, so we will continue the training without the Print Spooler, making sure it is turned off in the Venues section. It's up to you as the tournament director to determine which print setup will work best for your tournament. Let's head to the live console next. We can see a link to the court desk within the live console and our 6 matches waiting to be started. To use the court desk, matches need to be printed for the court desk to recognize that they are ready to be assigned to a court. As a reminder, Print Next Matches automatically needs to be turned on, which you can do either in your event setup or in the verification process. You can print your matches either before or after you start your brackets within the live console. Click on the print icon next to the event you need printed. On this screen, make sure Print First Round Matches Only is selected. Otherwise, you may end up with every match in the court desk, which will be difficult to navigate. For clarification, the Print All Matches that have both teams option is there for double elimination tournaments. Depending on the amount of teams, you may have some matches that have both teams but are in the second round. Please check your brackets in the live console first so that you know what print format to use. Click Yes for marking them as printed. This triggers the matches to show up in the court desk. Next, decide half sheets or full sheets. We would recommend half sheets if you can have your paper pre-cut. Click Print and your scorecards will show up in your print dialog box. Complete this process for all of the matches that you have ready to start. For the purposes of this training video, I've printed the first round matches and refreshed my screen. You can see that each print icon is no longer blue, which means at least the first round has been printed. Since we know our events are set up to print next rounds automatically, we can start our brackets and continue to the court desk. From here, the process of assigning courts is easy. All the matches that are ready and have been printed will appear in the drop-down menu. Find the match you want to send out and then click the court you will want to send it to. A text will automatically be sent to players. Continue working to assign matches to the courts. Find the match to go out and click on the court number they will go to. I've gone ahead and assigned as many matches as can fill our courts. There are 3 left in the drop-down menu. Those can go out when scores from the current matches come in and a court frees up. You can also check here where it shows 3 left in the queue, 10 on court, how many are left to do, how many are completed, and the total. If you have multiple people working in the court desk, make sure your team is consistently hitting the refresh button to see what matches are still left to be assigned. If you want to let a team know they are on deck for a specific court, you can do that through the live console. Go to the bracket, click on the match, and under the Assign Next Court, click on the court number and then Assign. This will notify them that they are on deck. Please note that this is really only used for matches that need to be played on a specific court, such as the Pro Tour, where a match is broadcast and downtime needs to be minimal. Back in the court desk, let's input a few scores. Just click on the match that came in and the score box will appear. Enter the scores as needed. If another match is ready, it will prompt you to print it. When the new match prints, make sure to put it in the back of the papers of remaining matches waiting for a court. This lets you send the matches in the front of the stack out first, which are the ones waiting the longest. Take the paper in the front of the stack of waiting matches and assign it to Court 1 since that is now free. You may remember that we also let a matchup know they were next on deck for Court 1. We will make sure we find that match and assign it to Court 1, regardless of if it's on the front of the stack or not. Continue this process until all matches are out. You will have to keep apprised on the live console and your start times to make sure you are still starting next brackets promptly. Please note that if you are doing a round robin followed by a playoff bracket, you will need to go back to the live console to verify elimination round prior to starting your playoff. At any time, you can click this button and it will show you the progression of the bracket. Once you've entered the last score for a bracket and it's finished, you will see a complete and lock button at the top of the court desk. Click on it to start the process of finalizing the bracket and assigning medals. Thanks for watching the training on how to use the court desk to assign matches. Please head to our YouTube page to find other training videos, webinars, and more.